My roommate called me delulu for thinking her BF filmed me until the police showed up. I wasn't even trying to accuse anyone at first. I just noticed weird things happening in our apartment. My bathroom light kept flickering, and the vent cover looked crooked one morning. I thought I was being dramatic, so I told myself to relax. But then I heard a faint clicking sound when I showered, like a phone recording. I mentioned it to my roommate Jenna, and she laughed so hard she almost dropped her iced coffee. "Girl, you are so delulu," she said. "Why would my boyfriend record you? You're making up problems." I let it go because I didn't want to start drama. But the next day, her boyfriend Tyler came over and kept avoiding eye contact with me. He stayed unusually quiet, clutching his phone like it was glued to his hand. And that same night, I found a tiny black dot behind the shampoo bottles. I took a picture and zoomed in. It wasn't a dot, it was a camera lens. My heart dropped. I didn't confront anyone. I didn't need the "you're overreacting" speech again. Instead, I documented everything. Dates, photos, sounds. Every time something felt off, I wrote it down. The tension in the apartment got heavier. Tyler kept showing up unexpectedly, claiming he was just helping Jenna with groceries, but he'd look around like he was checking whether I had touched anything. One time I caught him walking out of my bedroom even though the door had been shut. He jumped and said he thought it was the bathroom. My bedroom is nowhere near the bathroom. I went to the leasing office the next morning and showed them the photo. The manager's face turned red. "We need to call the police immediately," she said. Officers arrived, checked the bathroom, and found not one, but 2 hidden cameras, one in the vent and another behind the mirror. They were wired to a tiny transmitter tucked behind the cabinet. That meant someone wasn't just recording. They were watching in real time. I felt sick. The officers asked who had access to our place. I explained it was me, Jenna, and her boyfriend Tyler, who had a copy of the spare key for emergencies. The officer scribbled notes and asked if anyone had been spending long periods in the apartment without me home. I told him Tyler often stayed over. Too often, actually. While this was happening, Jenna stormed in, slamming the door. She shouted at me for making her look stupid in front of the leasing office. "You're ruining my relationship," she screamed. She kept saying, "Tyler would never do that." But then the police walked out of the bathroom holding the devices in sealed bags, and Jenna's voice cracked mid-sentence. She froze like someone hit pause on her entire brain. One officer asked her calmly, "Ma'am, can you call your boyfriend? We need him to come answer some questions." Jenna tried to defend him at first, but her excuses fell apart instantly. "He's busy. He's out. He's at the gym." They told her they'd contact him directly. Not even 5 minutes later, he called her first. She answered, listened, then whispered, "They found the cameras. You need to come." He hung up on her. When the police left to go find him, Jenna finally sat on the couch and held her head in her hands. She wasn't crying. She was shaking. "I didn't know," she said quietly. "I swear I didn't know." I didn't respond. She called me delulu for trusting my instincts, but the cameras proved otherwise. A few days later, Tyler was arrested at his workplace. They found more recordings on his laptop, folders labeled with dates, including clips taken while I was home alone. The detective told me something that still makes my stomach twist. "You reported this at the right time." He was starting to escalate. Jenna moved out the next morning. She left behind only a short note on the counter. "I'm sorry. You were right. I should have listened. I put you in danger and I didn't even see it." And honestly, that note said everything she never could when she called me delulu.